Hey guys, it's Go here from Aimon 14, and I'm back here with you guys today with another progress video. I know it's been just a moment. I did share some of my progress in the last sword video guide, but I'm here today to update you with a couple of things that I've been doing in game, along with my family's progress in Family Brawl, which I will include near the end of the video. So to begin, some of the big substantial gains I've made are with my crit rate. My counter strike has also went up a little bit, but now we're sitting at a pretty comfortable spot in a crit counter gear setup. That's an 82% crit rate with 91% counter. It's getting a little tricky to raise my crit damage as a low spender player, but we're going to keep trying. We have our crit res up a little bit. I've been pumping that soul. Our counter multiplier slowly going up. And of course, our base stat percentage values, not the final attributes. I usually focus on these just here above the final attributes part of the panel. But we're kind of getting everything up slowly but surely. And I reached 82% crit rate by actually dropping the electric pup pal and choosing the eggplant instead. And so my overall justification for this is that for the electric pup, the increased counter damage by 60% is only an additive effect, and it's not multiplicative like you would get from a global counter damage statue slot. And the restore 1% of lost HP on counter is pretty nice, but it's only lost HP, so you're never reaching a maximum HP heal, which would be probably pretty broken anyway, to be honest with you. But that's my overall justification. It seems like electric pup might become a little less viable, at least for the build that I'm using right now, a crit rate and counter strike build with counter damage. And the skills that I'm using right now are as follows, with the Blitz Assault, Slashes, Worldly Snare, Smoke Bomb, and Easy Breezy. And if you've watched some of my other videos, or if we talk in the Discord, if we talk on a more daily basis, you know that I'm not a fan of this active skill. But I have found a way to kind of keep my skills, my primary skills that I want to stay active throughout the duration of the fight. I've found a way to do that beyond this active skill effect here, the launch targets into the air when countering 4 or 5 seconds. So what I do to keep my skills active beyond that point, because this launch effect kind of wastes your skill active effects, right? Typically they're 5 seconds. I will show here. You have this basic attack damage res, it's a 5-second effect. Worldly Snare is also a 5-second effect. So to keep those active, I swapped from my cage statue here, because there's no, as far as I know, this is not the duration, it's just the effect of Easy Breezy. While this extends the duration of Worldly Snare in 100 slashes by 50%, so I can get almost 3 seconds of extra value beyond this awakened skill effect that I really don't like. And it seems to be working out pretty well for me. So maybe you would like to check it out for yourself. I think it's going quite well. My prayer statue has stayed the same that I was using for my Sword Warrior build. I would like to get that last triple S global counter, but I'm sure you know how the statue luck can go. And I really didn't want to kind of risk it all for maybe a 5 to, maybe 13% it looks like at max value, global counter percentage change. I'd rather have something substantial than nothing, kind of similar to what's going on with my mage set right now. I just can't get a skill damage or even a global attack for that slot. And during this prey rush, I also kind of worked on my archer setup a little bit. I don't use the archer that much, but I'm keeping it just in case. For our rush events here, so you can see at the top left, I'm at 17 rush tokens. And so I'm debating between the Cloud Drifter for a mage build and for, of course, the global attack mount passive effect, or saving for the Adapto Slime. It's really 50-50. I think by the next progress video, we will all know what I decided to choose, because right now, pretty much arguing with myself and debating on the cost benefits of choosing Cloud Drifter now or just waiting for the Adapto Slime. I would like the skill crit for my mage build, but you can see here we're rank 19, so we will get 2 tokens here. And I am the leader of our family here, the rank 1. And so I'll get another 3 tokens, and we can't really complain about that. I like this event, right? It's hard for me to compete on my server with some of the whales and some of the people that are extremely patient. We have some people waiting 2 months at times. I'm not sure about the players on the leaderboard at the moment, but we have multiple players that wait 2 months to secure a top spot. So it can get a little dodgy in trying to rank really high. And of course, I'm not the biggest spender, so sure you can relate if you aren't spending a lot of money that it's difficult to get your rush passes from these events here. I would like to mention while I'm here that in order to help you do your top-ups, in order to help you get better at the game and more bang for your buck, I would like to remind you that my channel is partnered with AppGallery, and they have many coupon deals along with cashback rewards that you can use to help with maybe topping up your rush events. Maybe you're rank 4 to 5 and you want that extra token, or maybe you're fighting for rank 1, or maybe there's a spinner event item that you really like, or perhaps you're just somebody who likes to spin during the fortune cats. Well, it's pretty much the best option for you where you can get more bang for your buck when you're spending in the game. It applies mostly to Android users and people that are using an emulator, because, us iOS users know that they don't let us use any third-party shop apps. But if that's something that you would like to be interested in, cashback rewards, something that gives you more for your dollar when you decide to spend in the game, then I highly recommend the current offers that are available in AppGallery. And if you have any questions regarding downloading it or using the app, you can check the description for some video tutorials. And you can also join the Discord link in the description, where there is a channel that you can ask questions, and you can contact my promotion manager for direct tailored help based on the problem that you have. So my relics are, of course, currently here, as I showed before. My big change is the stellar statue to help out with negating the kind of counterintuitive nature of the shattering axe launch effect. And we also have our yellow ring here now as well. And honestly, I think the big part of the ring upgrades is the increase in ignore evasion. I think that maybe the PAL basic attack crit damage, it might come around and be useful in the future. But right now, for people that aren't playing Plume Monarch, I think that the big selling point for this here is the 12% ignore evasion. I believe it gives more. Yes, it gives more than the Pyre Breaker. So you really can't complain about that. I think it's worth pushing over time. However, it's going to be a really long time, I think, before we reach the ring level 101 for the final effect. And as far as I know, it caps after that point. So I wouldn't expect any buffs beyond the third more for evolve option for the ring. For our artifact enchants, these are the stats that we're getting out of our enchants. And you can see that my set bonuses are kind of mixed matched. And that's because I'm going for what's best in terms of the actual base stats. So I could be using this instead of the Furious Gale, and I might be able to get the global crit damage set effect. But if you compare the two stats, yes, I would get a little bit more counter damage over time, but I would be losing my healing amount. I would be losing the global counter damage that is, just kind of there on the Furious Gale that I have now. And I would also be losing the evasion. Now, I of course have it locked because I think there is some kind of use for it in the future. But right now, I'm liking what I have at the moment. And these are one of my big rolls that I got. I have the global counter damage, the healing amount, the ignore evasion, and the basic attack damage res on the Heart of Resilience. I think this is a pretty good roll. And I also have this one here, which I think is quite good. You have your basic attack damage res, your basic attack damage, your combo damage res, global counter damage, and skill damage res. Overall, I like these rolls. I think they're going to be pretty hard to replace. But that's what we're working with right now. We have the 2-piece set for the Heart of Resilience, and I have the global combo damage bonus, which I would like to get rid of, but my luck is a little strange. I'm going for these individual buffs. Like I mentioned before, I'm not really focusing too much on the set bonuses until everything else kind of checks out. And finally, I would like to show you how my family is doing in Family Brawl. It is the last week of Season 3. And so, can I see the families here? So, this is our roster. We are against Radiance again, which is a really strong family. They're very strong. If you get paired with them, good luck to you. They're just very good. And we're also against Blazers and Uchiha, which we've never went against them, so we'll see what they're all about. We are fighting Radiance here for rank 1, and we will be against them Wednesday of this week for the first brawl. And it should be interesting. Like I said, they're very strong. Even with as tough as our family is, they're definitely capable of pushing limits. And I would like to mention, we have a couple new faces in here, like Pop Shop here, or I guess they're Yum Yum now, and the leaderboard hasn't updated. But this is kind of a new family that has shown up on the leaderboard, so I'd like to give credit to them. They seem to be bouncing up and doing quite well. And so I look forward to facing them at some time and seeing what they're all about. But that's how we're doing in Family Brawls. We're at 93.9% win rate. I think as of right now, if I'm remembering correctly, we're on a 21 win streak, which is really great. We're very happy about it. We just try our best, and do whatever we can to try to win in any way. And so far, it's going pretty good for us. And I will make sure to update everyone on our Family Brawl progress, especially for tomorrow against Radiance. I think there will be some exciting matches. I think it will be very fun. So I will be doing a Family Brawl update very soon and how that brawl goes. I have decided to change my schedule just so I'm not giving too many Family Brawl videos that might be a little, underwhelming. Sometimes they can be unfair matchups, and there's not really a lot worth sharing on YouTube, really. But I will do the first week of every season and the last week of every season matchups and brawl updates and rank updates and such like that. So you guys can look forward to that. I've cleared out part of my content schedule, and I will still do the family brawl videos, just a little less than before to prioritize quality over quantity. So guys, don't forget about the description of the video, where there will be a link to the Discord server where you can contact many great players that are very knowledgeable about the game. We share a lot of game theory in there. It's a very respectful, educational environment, and you are very much free to join. I would highly recommend it, and I would love to see you there. As well as you can contact my promotion manager or get tailored help if AppGallery is in your interest, if you would like to access those rewards and cashback opportunities. If available, you know, if you're on iOS, it's going to be pretty difficult. So there is also video tutorials in the description to help you with that. And guys, I hope you enjoyed today's progress video. So you can see that we're pretty excited about the sailing event. I'm ready to steer the ship whichever direction it'll go with me and my server, and go and collect some booty. So very excited for that. And I will be updating you guys on that as well very soon, on the strategies that we employ and how the event is going overall. It's pretty much a game within a game. And if you haven't seen that sneak peek video on my channel, I highly recommend it. So guys, this is all that I have for you today. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I hope that you enjoyed. And I'll see you next time.